At the other guard position, Anthony Simons. At center, DeAndre Ayton. At the other forward position, Denny Abia. The head coach of this team is Chauncey Phillips. At 6 foot 0 inches, number 5, Kwai. Starting at small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 9, Dylan. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 4, number 4, at center, 6'10", number 28, Alfred Shingu. At the other forward, 6 feet 7 inches. Number 1,
Hola and welcome to Noche Latina, an NBA celebration of Latin heritage. We're proud to bring it to you here at 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Here's the starting group for Portland. They've got DeAndre Ayton, Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Abdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward. And for the Rockets, Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're out to find out.
Simons, a screen on Green. Sharp against Green. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. Now Brooks, the 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Sharp passes to Simons. Over Van Vliet. And it's Simons missing. And it's Houston's ball. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Thompson, a screen on Simons. Knocks down the triple. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Houston up by 1. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Abdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharp. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3. inside Sharp. Pass to Avdia. Out to Simons. Clock at 4. On target from range. Simons got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's tipped. Avdia attacking. Down low. Here's Ayton. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play.
Personal foul.
That one on Şengün. Portland shooting their first free throw of the night here.
The line for the Trailblazers, DeAndre Ayton. 1 shot.
That's good from Ayton. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Portland ahead, leading by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. So it's the Rockets now, trailing by 5. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amin Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the center position. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Now here's Van Vliet. Lays it up and banks it in. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
Yeah, look at the strength from Van Vliet. Not the biggest, but wouldn't be denied.
There's Simons with a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Sharp against Brooks. Over Sharp. Avdia pulls it in.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Sharp passes to Avdia. That shot, no good. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Portland ahead. They're up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Anthony Simons. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Thompson. Rebounded by Kamare. Pass to Avdia. Tipped.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
Oh, Wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
As always, Allie, we thank you. There's 25 seconds left in the final quarter. Simons against Van Vliet. Simons outside. Four on the clock. Oh, no good! And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
All right, fans, it's Text Cam time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Shake it.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. This is the trade. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. It's stolen by Green. Van Vliet with it. To take the lead. It falls!
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here.
Let's give a warm, shout welcome to your first.
by Houston. Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
Thompson passes to Van Vliet. Releases. Avdia pulls it in. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first overtime period. Takes a step back with the teardrop. Money! And he's tied it up! What a shot!
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. So it's Houston with it. Van Vliet left side. Oh, it falls!
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Fred, no surprise. A great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Fred Van Vliet.